Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers. I'm a licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I am a network engineer.
And a very good one. And together we are Tabletop Coffee, each week talking about how to do life, do it well, being bold.
And never, ever bitter.
And tonight we ask the question, is blood thicker than water? Stay tuned, we'll talk about it.
So, I was outside and I was working around the yard some a couple of weeks ago because we're getting a new shed in the backyard so that we can move some stuff out and get some things organized. And I ran across this. It's a rock that sits right beside our patio that our friend Lynn gave Lisa years and years and years ago that says, "Friends are the family you choose for yourself."
Ooh.
And, every time I see that, I sit back and I think, that's such an interesting statement.
Yeah, it is. It's a bold statement.
Yeah, it really is. And it falls kind of into what you were talking about. Is blood thicker than water?
Yeah, you oftentimes hear that. It's family, blood's thicker than water. So it's a good question. Is blood truly thicker than water? And it comes up a lot of times for my clients,
right,
who oftentimes don't have people in their life, don't have family in their life that provided what they needed.
Right.
Oftentimes they provided what they didn't need and didn't give them what they really did need.
Yeah, that's true. And I think about a friendship, at least to me, I think about that, and it's something you're choosing. Mm-hmm. And you either want to develop it or not.
Right.
And if you decide you want to develop it, and the other person does as well, that's something that you can really build off of, and it can be something stronger than what you had with family.
It really can be. Now, the key thing is to make sure, and I know your head and your heart, and you know my head and heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not downplaying biological family, people
not
who
are
related to DNA.
No.
Because there are people out there who do have wonderful families.
Right.
And so they're related by blood, and they also have wonderful, intimate, kind, generous, loving relationships.
Yeah.
And those people are very blessed.
Yes, they are.
But oftentimes it's not the case for people, and it's oftentimes not the case for the folks who come to see me. So recently this popped up. I woke up to an email from a client, and so I thought I would share what this client asked of me, and then I would share my reply.
That's a great idea.
She writes, "I want so badly to have family I can be close to, that I matter to, who I can share life with without getting pushed around or forgotten." And my reply was this: I guess Keith and I need to do a video on this part. I run into so many people that get so hung up on this family thing that it must be biological. It's great when it happens, but it's just not so for so many. The need for this is so right. Thus so, be open to it happening and do what you can to make it happen. But learn that having a family can be a willful choice. I choose to be in a relationship and that person chooses to be in a relationship. Dang, wow. Now to me, that's totally awesome. Biological relationships are formed merely through DNA. However, relationships by choice are held together by choice. Mattering. To me, that's more special every time. Plus, God and Jesus appear to be pretty big fans of adoption, so I think they're on my side with this one.
That's really great, and it falls in line with what I was just talking about because, I think of our relationship and what we've built together and how strong it is and what we do here. What you see in front of the camera is very similar to what Chuck and I have. Every single week we have coffee together and we talk about different things that are going on in our life.
And it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, and so that really is a family relationship.
That's right.
So I would encourage you to really think about this and think about how it is that you want your relationships to be. And if you were blessed to have intimate connections biologically, that's wonderful.
Yeah, great.
However, if you weren't, you can still have wonderful, intimate relationships by choice. Just kind of have to stay at it sometimes.
Yeah. do like I did in the other video and just reach out and ask somebody to go to coffee.
Make a request and see
Yeah,
what happens.
That's right.
So make some comments down below about your experience in maybe establishing some really great relationships that are by choice, and maybe we can share about what you guys have put in the comments in future videos.
Be sure and subscribe and ding that bell for upcoming videos.
Make sure to like it.
Share it with your friends.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time.
Have you ever seen a better gator clapper than me?
No. There
I
is no better gator clapper than Chuck. Except when I go to Hilton Head and they're real gators with gator claps.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Kim used to feed them biscuits.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They had big signs up there, do not feed the gators.
Yeah.
And Kim would feed them biscuits.
So a story along those lines. So we fed some deer biscuits up in the parkway years and years ago.
Oh.
And the ranger pulled over and stopped us and said, hey, you can't feed the deer.
Really?
Yeah, you
I did
can't
not
feed the
know
deer.
that.
Yeah, I think we gave one an Oreo.